Hey guys, this is Thomas over here, nursemoneytalk.com. And in this video, let's talk about the hardest part. Actually, I take that back. Not hardest, the worst part of going to FNP school. Before I get into that, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, if even in the midst of this, and you still decide that you want to go to, and advance your degree and get a master's or doctorate in nursing, which I actually really do think that many of you guys should consider it. Make sure to search for schools on Nurse Money Talk by going to nursemoneytalk.com/schools. So, worst part of going to FNP school. And it's probably not going to be what most of you guys think. So if you've never been to nurse, like a nurse practitioner program, like you're probably thinking, right, that I'm going to say it's trying to juggle working full time and going to school. You might think that, it's like trying to go to school and being married, maybe like having kids or whatever other obligation or all the above. And truth be told, a lot of that is just kind of sucks. Like it's very hard. I think it's more difficult to go to school with a spouse. I think it's more difficult to go to school with kids or obviously with any other obligations and obviously working full time, just because your attention is pulled in so many different places, right? So you can't put a pause on being a husband. You can't put a pause on being a wife. And even if you're not married, but it's a long-term commitment, you can't put a pause on being a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever the case may be. And you can't put a pause on being a mom or a dad. You just can't do that. And so really things go better, especially it's a couple, two and a half years you go full time, could stretch out longer if you're going part time. And so you try to make things as normal, if you will, as possible, as close to normal as you can, given everything else going on. It's actually none of that. All of that is hard. It's actually none of that. And what I'm going to say, the worst part of it is finding clinical rotations. Yes, you heard me. It's finding clinical rotations. So for those of you guys that don't know, in many of these programs, and at this point, I get the feeling it's pretty much close to all of them, you have to go out and find your own clinical rotations. Now, I've heard people say this, right? That wasn't originally like a big surprise to me. Like I've heard it mentioned before. I kind of heard of it, but what I don't think I realized, and I don't think I could have been prepared for, was how difficult it really is and how little to no help pretty much most of these programs can be in terms of actually giving you help in finding clinical rotations. For most of these, you're either stretching out your network, praying and hoping that somebody knows something or somebody that can get you connected with somebody that maybe then can get you connected to somebody, then that person can then maybe get you connected with somebody who can finally get you in with the right person to get a clinical rotation. So you have that going on. And for many people, it's legit cold calling. Like you're a salesman or saleswoman, except instead of trying to sell them on a product that, oh, pay me X amount of money, I can get this product that can make your life so much easier. No. You're doing almost the opposite. It's hey, out of the kindness of your heart, will you take me in as a student? So, I know I'm going to kill productivity and be a drain on resources, but please, can you take me in as a student? A little bit of exaggeration, but seriously. And so it's that's been like the worst part of it, is just really trying to navigate that. And here's the thing, like for I used to, at this point now that I'm like however many months, actually if you watch some of my previous videos, you realize that, I'm taking like a couple years going part-time into this program. And so I used to think maybe it was because like I went to not a very expensive program. Mine's actually reasonably priced. And then as I'm in like a lot of these like Facebook groups and whatnot forums trying to get a feel for it, I came to realization that even the expensive ones can offer you, like the ones who are like probably double, maybe even triple the per credit hour cost of the program that I'm in, can also be like little to no help at all as well. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe it's an online program, right? So I went through that and I'm just kind of like thinking maybe I just made a wrong choice. And then as I kind of dug a little deeper, and then I'm realizing that even the ones where you're going to a school that's in physically in the state where you're in, that you can also easily run into a situation where the school doesn't help you, like gives you little to no help as well in terms of getting clinical sites. And so it's an interesting situation to be in, and by interesting, very frustrating to be in, and just kind of really navigating a lot of the potential options or lack thereof. And so, yeah, I mean, I think it's as I think through it, would this have kept me from, if I knew how difficult would it have kept me from going back to school for this? Because I've thought about this a lot, honestly, a fair bit. I've thought about this continuously. I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my take on that, because it's something as I'm still trying to kind of get a handle on how I really feel about how all of this is really going through. But yeah, as always, if you guys have any questions at all, make sure to put it in the comment sections below. Make sure you subscribe for more update on how this is going. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you very soon in that next video.